Well, it turns out that Lil Tay is back in the news cycle, and it's weirder and more confusing than ever. Lil Tay. When was the last time you heard the name Lil Tay? Maybe you don't even know who Lil Tay is, and God bless your pure soul. Please stay like that. Stay innocent forever. Well, today I gotta talk about all this crazy Lil Tay nonsense that's hitting the internet, and it's going wild right now, alright? It's very head-scratching type stuff. Hey, my name is Dan Frampton. I run this little YouTube page here on youtube.com called Dan Frampton. It's all one word, the O's a zero, alright? You can like, comment, and subscribe, and join the channel if you want to become a member of the secret society. If that's not enough, you can go to bonfire.com/Dan Frampton, all one word, the O's a zero, and pick yourself up a hoodie. Okay, on to the video. So, Lil Tay hit the scene in 2018, and she was a 9-year-old girl, okay? And she was saying very vulgar stuff all over social media. She was flexing her wealth, flexing her cars, and living in the most exquisite mansions, okay? And we're like, how does this 9-year-old have all this wealth? And why is she flexing it all over the haters? Why is she telling us how worthless we are, all right? We didn't really get it. But then it turned out it was her brother writing these skits, and it was her mom, who was a real estate agent, that had access to her clients' houses and cars where these like skits were filmed and then uploaded to the internet, okay? So at this point, it was just kind of cringe and kind of like, what are you doing? But then it turned out that there's a whole custody battle between Lil Tay and the parents, and it got really, really messy. And then Lil Tay disappeared for 5 years. There were allegations being slung back and forth. The dad's a predator. The mom is an abuser. There's all sorts of like manipulation going on. It's impossible to tell what is actually going on in the world of Lil Tay, but you gotta know it's pretty dark, but you also gotta know you can't know anything, alright? The line is so blurry with this person that it's impossible to know what's real and what to believe or not. So anyway, 5 years goes by, Lil Tay disappears, we don't hear anything from her. Apparently, she's with her abusive dad. She's with her abusive mom. We don't care. She's been disappeared, alright? But then a couple of months ago, a news article hit the internet that Lil Tay, that 9-year-old flexer, had died. But not only had she died, her brother died alongside of her. But this wasn't really considered to be a troll at the time, because a lot of big time news outlets and mainstream media were running with it. So people were like, hey, the media's doing it, so that means it's real. When are you guys gonna learn that the media doesn't know goddamn shit, okay? It turned out that this was a giant hoax, okay? They had this big plan. They were gonna release a project or whatever, okay? And then yesterday happened, and it all came unfolding. It all came crashing down when Lil Tay dropped a music video. Now keep in mind, she's 16 years old, and this is like one of the most sexually provocative ways that a 16-year-old has presented themselves on the internet almost ever, okay? So already, that's one controversial talking point right out of the get-go, alright? You got all these creeps going like, oh my god, she's blah blah blah, and then you got all these other people being like, hey, look at all these creeps. So she really knows how to start that conversation just by doing this kind of provocative nonsense, right? But it's kind of crazy because we're like, this is the 9-year-old flexer from back in the day who had more money and cars and anything than anybody in the world, and then apparently she died, and now here she is not swearing. Here she is doing this like radio-friendly pop song or whatever, but presenting it kind of years beyond her maturity level, you know what I'm saying? So this alone is gonna get enough people talking for all sorts of weird reasons, but that's not really why everybody's talking about Lil Tay right now. It's this Instagram live that she did almost right after this video dropped, and this thing is wild. This thing is manic. This thing goes and comes in phases, okay? She starts off flexing on us like before. She plays the guitar. Like, not only plays the guitar, she rips some Metallica for us, alright? She plays the piano. This girl is a talented musician, alright? And a talented character actor. And after doing all this insane creative stuff, she sits down at the piano and talks about where she has been for the last 5 years in this 15-minute kind of like expose where she talks about her parents. She talks about the living situation. She talks about her brother. She talks about the manipulation. She talks about these horror movies that she was forced to watch, these chokeholds that she was put in, right? Now, I'm not gonna watch the whole video here in this video. If you wanna go check it out, you can just go to the Drama Alert Twitter profile and they have it all up there. But we're gonna take a look at some of these clips. So this tweet says, it's been 5 years and Lil Tay still flexing on us, laughing my ass off.
5 years and y'all still broke. The GOAT is back. 5 years and I'm still the youngest one out. 5 years and y'all bitches are still broke. So don't take it out on me. Why the fuck are y'all coming at me for? Y'all hating ass bitches were hating on me when I was 9 years old.
Okay, you see, it's like the same character, the same like vocal inflections or whatever. She's like, oh, she hasn't changed. She just is that or whatever. Then it turns out you're like, oh, wait a second here. Huh. She's not just a shit talker. This person can actually rip some piano. All right. Pretty cool. I was expecting more of this type energy. But here we are. We got some Alicia Keys type action. Making my way downtown. Making my way downtown. Vanessa Carlton, who I learned actually sings that song. Making my way downtown. So this is all kind of blowing my mind. This is Lil Tay, all right? Now, it's like, can we believe a single word this person is saying? You can only cry wolf so many times, you know what I mean? What's real? What's fake? I mean, I'm a fan of Shades of Grey, but these lines are just way too blurry for me, man. And here she is just ripping some Metallica. No, I'm not exactly sure what the point of all this was other than to get people talking, you know what I mean? And if so, it's really well like calculated, you know what I mean? I have no idea how you would even think this kind of stuff up, where you're gonna sit in front of a red curtain with a piano, an electric guitar, you're gonna come out and flex, you're gonna play the piano, you're gonna play the guitar, but not only in a way that's gonna just be like, oh, she's playing the guitar, you gotta make an impact. So the biggest way to make an impact is come out and just shred a little bit. You're like, okay, Lil Tay, what are you doing? This is crazy. And then she sits down for 15 minutes to tell us where she's been. And the character drops completely. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Lil Tay.
Years ago, I became famous. I disappeared. He started a court case to silence me so I could not speak on what was happening.
Okay, so you should go watch this whole thing for yourself. I'm definitely not gonna play the whole video. I'm not even gonna play like the important parts. I'm just gonna skip to random parts here and just be like, hey, this is what she's like without the character. Basically, the things she outlines in this video, they range in severity. But if they're all true, goddamn, it's not really the best life for a kid, not by a long shot, you know? Like, the good person in me wants to be like, my heart goes out to Lil Tay. But if this is all just a crafted thing, which it has been proven to be in the past, then I would be a fool to do that. You know what I mean? I'm not out here to look like that much of an idiot. And then today, as if it couldn't get any wilder, the tour was announced. And of course, the tour was announced. This is a business play. This is chess, all right? And I bet everybody involved is still everybody that is involved, and they just figured out a way to really, really put it all together in a way that's gonna captivate the internet, get all the different kinds of conversations that the internet just laps up, you know what I mean? 16-year-old in a provocative music video, does an expose on her family, rips some Metallica, plays some piano in an Instagram live. It's kind of wild. Wild enough for me to break what I normally do on my channel, to stop it and then talk about Lil Tay for a little bit, because it's kind of insane. Now, you don't really want to jump and rush on this story because there are so many things going on and it's impossible to tell what's going on, but to me, that is the story. To me, the story is the story of the blurred lines, is the story of the confusion, is the story of the is it real, is it not real type stuff that this person is just like weaving across years on the internet. And when I say person, I mean team of people. And they're from Canada, might I add. So yeah, up the Canadians. Okay, I gotta get out of here. What do you think about the Lil Tay situation? Let me know down there in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a couple stacks of pancakes if you have no words to say. And until my next upload, watch these other uploads. They're just over here. Okay, see you later.